go ahead.
All right. Why did everything crash? No.
Hashtag blame Hugo. That's all I say to that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's alive. It's alive. We're good. All right. I'll cut that out hopefully. Anyways, guys, we are here with FanofSoyeon, otherwise known as Goody. I'm probably pronouncing his name completely wrong. It's me and Dragondrop. We're gonna do a quick interview. Congrats on the win, first of all, man.
Thank you very much.
And am I pronouncing it correct, or is that completely wrong?
Yeah, just said it's fine.
Okay, perfect. So you guys were previously, I know you were part of Ban Earth, and I know you said something a while back about that team disbanding, and you wanted to start it from scratch with the Venezuelan squad, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Did that just not pan out, and you joined up with the NA guys then?
Yeah, I wanted to try to represent my country with a full Venezuelan lineup, and
Yeah,
so
of course.
I picked off some of my friends, and some they were good, and I saw the potential, but in the end it didn't really work out. There
Yeah.
was no interest from the sponsors. We didn't really have good results, and we had too many problems with the players, as in internet issues, dedication, and all sort of stuff. So I just decided to come back to North American teams.
Yeah, and it's definitely working out for you guys now. If you would have told me at the beginning, oh, we'll go on to win the whole thing, I'm like, who? I'm sorry, what? But
Yeah.
you guys really played well in that scene, and you've definitely been an outstanding player. I think they've banned Omni Knight against you 75% of the games, just as a flat-out respect ban.
Yeah, most of the teams did that.
So, talking about Omni Knight real quick, do you think he was that nerf on him worth nerfing? In other words, the Guardian Angel nerf that came back in September?
It didn't really matter. The region actually didn't do any impact before
Yeah.
when it was actually in the game, so it doesn't really affect it at all. It's just a hero. We are one of the few teams that usually uses the Omni Knight very often,
Yeah.
because we think it's good. At the same time, we're forcing the other teams to actually ban it or respect the Omni Knight, so it gives us more room to draft other stuff at the same time. It's like a win-win situation. If we get it, it's fine. If we don't get it, it's also fine.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, he's definitely a strong hero in my opinion. Dragondrop. You should ask something, I guess now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, didn't want to interrupt you, but yeah. I've got a couple of questions as well. A couple of these weird kind of interviewer questions that you always have to have in any sort of these interviews, I feel. First one will be, if you had to single someone out in your team that would be the MVP of this entire series, who would it be?
It's probably Relic. He's good playing under pressure. He doesn't really go in panic mode, and we always try to secure him some sort of farm, and he actually pulls it off really well. So it's a teamwork, but really actually does a lot to the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually was my impression as well in the games with Templar Assassin and Shadow Fiend. Relic was just playing so super well with every single thing that he did, and the rest of you were also doing a very good job just enabling him and setting him in a framework where he can really work well. So I assume that was kind of your plan to do, right? With Templar Assassin and Shadow Fiend? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we kind of sort of want to do sometimes. We always try to have another semi-farmer, semi-core on the mid lane that can actually farm and help us in the mid game.
It kind of seems like an EG kind of strategy where you've got a mid laner who's really the one position, even though EG have moved Arteezy more into the safe lane. But and then sometimes your safe lane hero will be Sleazel on kind of a mid lane role, but in the safe lane.
Yeah, it's very similar to the style that EG had in the past, but at the same time, it's not fully committed on the mid hero like EG did. For example, we actually divide the farm, split up the farm in between the two. But most of the time, it's the mid hero that shines the most because he's actually involved on the fights on the mid game.
Yeah, Relic definitely shows that off, and his Shadow Fiend is legendary. And as someone who plays a lot of Shadow Fiend, I'm envious of his mad skills, to use the professional term. So in the game that you guys lost, let's go ahead and start with that one. Did you guys feel you got outdrafted there?
At the start, Not really. We were confident. We knew that it was going to be like kind of annoying because they had like a good pushing lineup, and at the same time they had like good ways to defend their towers. So we knew it was going to be annoying. To be that's the word I think.
Yeah.
But it fall off of the control really hard. It wasn't that much of a drive issue. It was more that we got out farm so hard. Like Otai Hunter was on the farm, or supports were on the farm. Like we only had or Spectre, like pretty much
Yeah.
trying to save the game.
There was a point
And
there
that's
where
what
at the
what
net
happened.
worth, Spectre was at the top, and then there were 4 Radiant heroes, and then the rest of your team. It was like, okay, if they lose Spectre, they're done. And you guys managed to pull it together, which was, or managed to pull it together for a little bit, and then it really fell apart. But I do like the fact that you guys were able to move into game 4, game 5, whichever way you want to look at it. Our final game with your heads up, ready to go. Do you feel that has a real emotional impact on the team? Like, if you lose a long, tough game, are you going to be able to bounce back from that?
No, I don't think we. I mean, I'm confident that we will bounce back. It
Yeah.
doesn't really affect us. We get along. Us five, we were friends, and we just like fool around when we lose and stuff like that. We don't try to like flame each other or blame somebody. We know we are going to lose some matches, so we don't really focus too much on that until like the series is over. Then we try to go back and see what we could have done or what went wrong.
It's a very healthy attitude. Wish more
Definitely.
people would do that. So yeah, in the last game, when was the point where you thought, all right, now we've got this. Now they can't really do anything to us. Was that rather early when you had the Radiance, or
Was it when
No.
Limp
Yeah,
started
what
cliff
points-
jungling at 30 minutes?
oh, yeah, you did,
No,
you
it was
did that.
when we had the AC on the Bristleback. That's when we knew that we could actually just win high ground, and with the AC area we could just slowly siege the towers, and the Naga Radiance will back us up with blocking the initiation for the Tire Hunter. So we were confident on that. And if something went wrong, we had like the Air Spirit, I mean, Elder Titan in the back
Yeah.
to counter initiate as well as the Naga Split. So
Yeah, I
the
mean,
moment that we won the early phase, we knew it that we were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That that one team fight near the Roche pit where Complexity came in with the double Ravage. That was the one point where it really showed what the farm Naga Siren can turn around, because you lost 2 heroes, and then Relic just came in with the song, reset everything, saved Sleazel, and then everything was going downhill for Complexity. So, what was the feeling then at that initial jump in from Complexity with the double Ravage? Was that like a shock moment, or did you know that, all right, no problem, Relic's gonna save us all?
No,
Yeah.
it was a shock moment because we didn't know that he had the refresher. He got it really fast, so it got
Yeah.
us the surprise. But we had the plan that if they try to contest, we will get Relic to TP in and come and help us. But with the refresher up, that plane kind of went downhill because we died too fast. I was lucky enough that I was out of range of the Ravage, so I actually got a stun on 2 or 3 heroes or something, and that gave really enough time to actually get here and save his Liesel because the other 2 were already dead.
Yep. Oh gosh. What was the
There-
other
there was
thing?
there were so many great plays from you, and throughout the entire series, I would say. So it's really hard to recall the best of them. I would say.
Yeah, really just enjoyed you guys throughout the tournament. You're a team that kind of flew under the radar for me because I wasn't here for one of the nights that you guys were playing in the group stage. But definitely toward the end there, really showed up in a really big way. And are you guys looking toward getting like a real sponsor soon and moving into bigger and better tournaments?
We're definitely going to play on more tournaments and
Yeah.
anything we can get our hands on. As for the sponsors, we are not in any rush of any
Yeah.
sort. We're just going to keep playing and wait until we get a decent offer. Then we're probably gonna take it. But we're at least going to play for at least 2 more months or something, maybe more, ideally.
Yeah, that sounds great. Because you guys really play well, and the fact that you were able to take down Complexity in a best of 5, I mean, that's a statement in and of itself. Because this is a team who's competing on an international level. Like,
Yeah, and even with the one game advantage that Complexity had, that's another thing that I wanted to touch on. I mean, how did you feel going into this? I mean, into the first game, knowing that Complexity had that kind of advantage.
It didn't really affect us at all. We actually were more confident on the winner bracket match, but during the holidays, the Thanksgiving and all, we didn't really play, so
Oh, yeah,
we came unprepared to against Complexity, and we dropped down to the lower bracket like really fast. And but those matches told us that we can actually play them, and we could beat them if we are like on top of our level. So we had like entire week after that winner bracket match to start playing again. We had a lot of matches, and we got back in shape. So we didn't really care about the game advantage. We knew that we could actually win the whole series. And since this is best of 5, we can afford to drop a game and still keep playing.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have any big plans for after this tournament? Like, what's your next big tournament for you?
Right now, we are seed 1 on Joindota League, the division, American division.
Oh,
We only dropped one game against all the teams.
wow.
So we're like 15-1 in the score. So we're seeded into the grand finals already. We're gonna wait for that. I'm assuming it's going to be like in 1 or 2 weeks, something like that. Other than that, we're playing other regions and see what's about to start. So yeah, like I said before, we're trying to play as many tournaments as we can.
Yeah, it's great that you guys are getting your name out there and getting some great experience for yourselves because you guys have really been impressed with this tournament. That's all I've got. Dragondrop, have you got any other questions?
No, I'm all out. But once again, congratulations for this win, and
And thank you for joining us.
thank you for joining us. Really well played once again. It was really a great series to be able to watch and to be able to cast.
Yeah.
Looking forward to see more of you guys in the future.
Thank you very much. Hopefully, we will see each other more of them in the finals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I might just go back to casting JDL a little bit more, just because of that.
Yeah. One more thing. Do you have any shout-outs before we go here?
Shout out to my team, more importantly. Like, they're all friends. Shout out to Relic, Derp. I'm a sheep in Jinwook. That's Slizo's name, Korean name.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to embrace his Korean side, but he must.
You'll embrace this Korean side for him, right?
Yeah, he has to. And shout out to my fans. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I do have a lot of support from my country since I'm from Venezuela. All of them are really supporting me, so
you're one of
thank
the
you for
only
that.
real Venezuelan players we really hear of. So
Yeah.
it is a big deal, and it's great to support your country and everything. I'd love to support mine with American Dota, but I'm not quite to that level, you know? Anyways.
Yeah, that's it for the show-outs, I believe.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us once again, FanofSoyeon, and thank you all in the chat. That's going to be it for us tonight. Thanks for watching the Battle of America once again, and hopefully we'll see you guys in a future season, and just around in general. Don't forget, check us out. It's at FanofSoyeon on Twitter, and for myself, at SB Revolution 5, and for my co-caster, at Dragondrop Dota. You guys have a good night, and thanks for watching.